Arsenal fans, this could be one of the biggest days of the summer transfer window. Reports now suggest that Arsenal have reached a breakthrough in their pursuit of Bruno Guimarães, while at the same time, Mikel Arteta and sporting director Andrea Berta are making an incredible attempt to hijack Liverpool's move for Bradley Barcola. If both deals happen, Arsenal could completely transform their squad ahead of the new season. According to reports, Bruno Guimarães is edging closer to becoming an Arsenal player after the Gunners reached an agreement with Newcastle United worth around £75 million plus £5 million in add-ons, while Arsenal have also reportedly submitted an official offer worth more than €80 million to Paris Saint-Germain for Bradley Barcola. Stay with us because we'll break down everything, including why Arteta has pushed so hard for Bruno, why Arsenal believe they can beat Liverpool to Barcola, and what these signings could mean for Arsenal's title ambitions. Let's begin with Bruno Guimarães because this is the story every Arsenal supporter has been waiting for. For several transfer windows, Arsenal have admired the Brazilian midfielder. His performances in the Premier League have convinced Arteta that he possesses exactly the qualities needed to elevate Arsenal's midfield to another level. Now, according to reports from The Athletic, Arsenal and Newcastle have reached an agreement for the transfer, with the total package believed to be around £80 million, including bonuses. Personal terms have reportedly already been agreed, and the Brazilian international is expected to sign a long-term contract if everything proceeds as planned. This is a signing that goes far beyond adding another talented midfielder. Bruno Guimarães has become one of the Premier League's most complete central midfielders. He combines technical quality with relentless energy, leadership, defensive awareness, and creativity. Whether breaking up opposition attacks or creating chances from deep, Bruno has consistently been one of Newcastle's most influential players. Bringing that experience to Arsenal could significantly strengthen Arteta's side. Reports also suggest that Arteta personally pushed for this move. That should not surprise Arsenal fans. The manager has repeatedly shown he values intelligent, technically gifted midfielders capable of controlling matches under pressure. Bruno fits perfectly into Arsenal's possession-based style, while also bringing the physicality required to compete against the league's strongest teams. Imagine a midfield featuring Martin Ødegaard, orchestrating attacks, Declan Rice providing balance and defensive security, and Bruno Guimarães controlling the tempo with his passing range and ball-winning ability. On paper, it could become one of the strongest midfield units in Europe, giving Arsenal the platform to compete on every front. Bruno's leadership is another major reason Arsenal have pursued him. Newcastle supporters have long admired his passion and commitment, qualities that Arteta values highly. Arsenal have built a young squad over recent years, but adding experienced leaders who understand the demands of the Premier League could prove decisive during a long title race. While fans are understandably excited, it is important to remember that transfers are only fully complete once all paperwork is signed, the medical is completed, and the club officially announces the deal. Until Arsenal make that announcement, these remain strong reports rather than official confirmation. As exciting as the Bruno story is, Arsenal may not be finished there. The second major development could be even more dramatic. According to reports, Arsenal have submitted an official bid worth more than €80 million to Paris Saint-Germain in an attempt to hijack Liverpool's pursuit of Bradley Barcola. Liverpool have been heavily linked with the French winger for some time, but Arsenal reportedly believe there is still an opportunity to convince both the player and PSG that North London is the best destination. Reports suggest personal terms are not expected to be a major obstacle, with negotiations primarily focused on reaching an agreement between the clubs. Barcola is regarded as one of Europe's brightest young attacking talents. Blessed with exceptional pace, outstanding dribbling ability and excellent decision-making in the final third, he has already shown he can perform at the highest level despite his young age. Arsenal believe he could become one of the Premier League's elite wingers under Arteta's guidance. Adding Barcola would provide Arsenal with even greater attacking flexibility. He is capable of playing on either wing, beating defenders in one-on-one situations, and creating chances through both crosses and direct runs into the penalty area. Those are qualities Arsenal occasionally lacked against teams that defended with deep blocks last season. Competition for places would also increase significantly. Bukayo Saka, Gabriel Martinelli, Leandro Trossard, and potentially Bradley Barcola would give Arsenal incredible depth across the attacking positions. That level of competition often brings out the very best in every player while helping the club cope with injuries and the demands of multiple competitions. One reason Arsenal reportedly remain optimistic is Arteta's reputation for developing young players. Under his management, talents such as Bukayo Saka, William Saliba and Martin Ødegaard, have reached world-class levels. Arsenal may believe Barcola sees a clearer pathway to becoming a superstar in North London than elsewhere. Financially, these two deals would represent an enormous statement of intent. Spending around £80 million on Bruno Guimarães and more than €80 million on Bradley Barcola would demonstrate Arsenal's determination to challenge for both the Premier League and the UEFA Champions League. It would also send a powerful message to rivals that Arsenal are prepared to invest heavily to build a squad capable of winning the biggest trophies. The biggest winner from these moves could be Mikel Arteta himself. For years, he has gradually reshaped Arsenal into genuine title contenders. These additions would give him even more tactical options, greater squad depth, and the quality needed to rotate without losing performance levels. For Arsenal supporters, this is exactly the kind of ambition many have wanted to see. Rather than settling for incremental improvements, the club appear determined to pursue elite players capable of making an immediate impact. Bruno Guimarães would strengthen the heart of midfield, while Bradley Barcola could add another dimension to Arsenal's already dangerous attack. Of course, until Arsenal officially announce any signing, fans should remain cautiously optimistic. Transfer negotiations can change quickly, and unexpected twists are always possible. However, if these reports prove accurate, Arsenal could be on the verge of completing two of the biggest moves of the transfer window. So, Gunners, what do you think? Would Bruno Guimarães be the missing piece that finally helps Arsenal win the Premier League? And do you believe Arsenal can beat Liverpool to the signing of Bradley Barcola? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this update, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you never miss the latest Arsenal transfer news. The transfer window is heating up, and we'll be here with every major update as it happens. Arteta has always demanded versatility and intensity from his attackers, and Vinicius perfectly matches that style. Beyond his incredible technical ability, he works relentlessly off the ball and constantly attacks defenders one-on-one. Another major factor is Arsenal's growing reputation among elite players. The club has returned to the Champions League, consistently challenges for the Premier League title, and now possesses one of the youngest and most exciting squads in Europe. That makes Arsenal a much more attractive destination than they were just a few years ago. The combination of Bruno Guimarães and Vinicius Jr. would represent a statement to the football world. Arsenal would not simply be strengthening the squad, they would be announcing themselves as one of Europe's true superpowers. Supporters have waited years to see Arsenal compete for players of this calibre. These are not prospects for the future. They are already among the very best in their positions. Financially, these deals would require enormous investment, but Arsenal's owners have shown increasing willingness to support Arteta when the right opportunities emerge. The club understands that elite players command elite prices, and winning the biggest trophies demands bold decisions. From a tactical perspective, Bruno and Vinicius would solve two key objectives. Bruno would strengthen midfield control and defensive transitions, while Vinicius would provide world-class attacking quality capable of deciding the biggest matches. Imagine Arsenal lining up with David Raya in goal, a settled defence, Declan Rice and Bruno Guimarães controlling midfield, Martin Ødegaard pulling the strings, Bukayo Saka on one wing and Vinicius Jr. on the other. That is a team capable of challenging anyone in Europe. Competition